look who's on his way to the ring.
Making his way to the ring from Freakville, at 216 pounds, the Freak, Pretty Boy Floyd.
We haven't seen PBS in quite a while.
And here's the opponent, Preston.
Professional wrestling, this is our opening battle, a match not advertised. Nobody had any idea that the All-American Scumbag Machine would be here. I did. There is no more sense or resemblance or faction of Repentless. Pretty Boy Floyd back after a very lengthy, indefinite suspension after repeated low blows to one Matt DeWar. And now he is back, and he is a freak. And he wears a lot of pink. Says, I make this shirt look good. Yeah, he said it himself. And he called him a breakfast cereal. You know, we're weeks away from Halloween, and already Mr. Steve Ahrendt, General Manager of Global Professional Wrestling, we've got some individuals in the house that are acting in a very different sort of way than they typically are used to and accustomed to. What the
hell was that?
Quick collar and elbow tie-up. General Manager Steve Ahrendt during Kenton's corner. I had some questions I wanted to ask you, but didn't really have the opportunity.
That went bad quick, didn't it?
It certainly did, but you indeed found a solution to the issue. You just said pretty straightforward. Look, we've got a tag title match tonight. We've got high flyers in action. We've got a number one contenders match. We've got fan requested matches. And these were the individuals who didn't have a definite spot on the card until you came up with a solution, a six-man tag. But I don't know if you were keenly aware of the fact that at some point, those bodies were going to start crashing and colliding into each other, talking about how much better they were than everybody else, and how much, for the reasons that they want to stipulate, that they deserve to be featured, that they deserve to be part of the show, that they deserve to be featured. The Lunatic came out, you made the match happen. The family will join BOW in a six-man tag, unheard of in global professional wrestling against Zamiel and members of the Rage. I gotta put you on the spot. There's a lot of things going on here tonight. How are you gonna maintain control of all this? Do you have more of a police presence here tonight than last month?
I have headaches. I have too many headaches and not enough aspirin, Steve Kenton. And what we have in the ring here is the Machine like I've never seen him before, and I don't think PBF has any idea what's going on. This is unbelievable.
As soon as Pretty Boy Floyd entered global professional wrestling, the first thing that he said was, I want the best of competition. I don't want to be lost in battle royales. I don't want to be some second fiddle. I don't want to be an opening attraction. I want to face the best of the best in the ring. An All-American Scumbag Machine. His track record speaks for itself. Multiple-time heavyweight champion and other promotions. And now, if Pretty Boy Floyd is going to get back into the thick of things, he has to win here tonight. And he's got to face this very difficult obstacle in his path. You know, Machine doesn't see eye to eye with BOW or Zamiel anymore. He's on his own, and Pretty Boy Floyd is going to take a beating unlike any that he's ever experienced in his life. Two of the top veterans in Midwest Pro Wrestling squaring off in this, the opening attraction. Could be a main event anywhere else. It's going down right now.
Yeah, and Pretty Boy Floyd has done his time for his crime, and now he's back fully instated. The Machine, what better athlete to have at an October show, a Halloween-flavored show, than him from Haddonfield? It's a great match. It's genius. That's why I'm in charge.
There were some rumors running abound that Machine had it with the JPW fans, had it with management, had it, period, with just about everything, and now he is back in the fold pretty much out of nowhere. Can you tell us anything about that situation?
It's all in how you talk to people, Steve Kenton. I sat down with Machine, and once he stopped yelling, I started talking, and we came to an accord.
Let me ask you a question. We've had a lot of problems with Pretty Boy Floyd and low blows before, and that time, Machine clearly did a stop off the middle rope, right onto Pretty Boy Floyd's midsection, and that was a very questionable stop from a high elevated spot.
That's why we have officials, Steve Kenton. I can't see from back here. I take your word for everything.
Machine with a scooping body slam on Pretty Boy Floyd, the Freak. Very colorful, very animated, always ready for a party. And he does not want to make this return a forgettable experience. He wants to show that he can adapt to any situation, win against any quality opponent, manipulate, lie, do whatever he's got to do to be the freakiest man in this area and a win.
Brandon, BJ Porter running for his life.
Well, you were saying earlier BJ Porter got a little over anxious. He started to run back and forth along the ropes, I guess, to make it perfectly clear to the other combatants, you better be ready to go because the officials all amped up for tonight. And for obvious reasons, this is probably the most historic night in all of global professional wrestling history. Never have we been in a situation like this, where we have rival promotions going at it in a main event with their top stars. It's almost unheard of.
It gets bigger and better every month.
Arm wrapped around the bottom rope. That forces the rope break. Machine does not get a victory, but he's getting closer. Pretty Boy Floyd has phenomenal quickness. And Machine has got to keep him in close so that way he doesn't start to get on the run. But we've seen it before. Pretty Boy Floyd can be an over-emotional mess. And in the past, he has started crying at a drop of a dime. How many JPW stars do you know that just start crying for no apparent reason?
I don't know many, but when you're in the match against the Machine, I might cry.
Well, how can you be the best if you're going to cry about it? If things don't go your way, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I don't know if it's not going his way. He's just getting his brains beaten in.
Well, people underestimate him. He's got amazing agility, and he hits hard, and he's very well known for a number of spike slams and drops, but Machine can rip you in half with a spear or this bomb off the second rope, but look at that. Pretty Boy Floyd brought up the knees.
Desperation.
He lured him
indeed.
into a trap.
I don't know if that's a lure or desperation, but it was effective. That's for damn sure.
Lots of individuals want to compete against Pretty Boy Floyd to teach him a valuable lesson that you cannot go ahead and break rules repeatedly and get your way in global professional wrestling. There has to be some semblance of order. And Steve Ahrendt, you've done the best job that you possibly could under the circumstances, but what if he repeats that infraction of a low blow again and it costs Machine in this match? Are you going to do anything more than just suspend? Because you have gone online and said on the record you're going to suspend everybody and their friends, if need be.
I will hand out suspensions to Candy. It would have to be a pretty egregious maneuver.
Wow, what a spinning cutter by Pretty Boy Floyd. Machine was not ready for it. Machine is not moving. Pretty Boy Floyd has defeated Machine with that spinning cutter, and the fans do not like it.
I don't know if they don't like it or just shocked. I'm shocked.
Pretty Boy Floyd is back. And all of the freaks better be on notice, because GPW just got real pretty in here. Machine made a mistake. He spent a lot of time climbing the ropes, measuring his victim after hurting himself and his insides onto the razor-sharp kneecaps of one PBM. The Freak has defeated Machine tonight.
Now Machine's going after BJ.